You reach the airport, passport out, then a surprise fee pops up, or security waves you aside. That headache starts long before boarding, and it's not an accident. These 14 airport mistakes still trap even seasoned travelers over 55, and the industry thrives on the confusion. Here's the plan. In a few minutes, you'll know exactly how to move through any terminal calm, on time, and in control. No drama, no guesswork, no what now moments. And stick with me, because mistake number 14 is tiny, easy to overlook, and it's the one that has stranded more travelers at the gate than you'd believe. All right, let's start at the most deceptively small problem that wrecks entire trips. Using a tiny wallet for your passport? It feels smart until a pickpocket makes it vanish in seconds. Drop a backpack, people notice? Drop a slim wallet? It's gone in the airport chaos before you even realize it. Thieves know this. They target travelers juggling a latte and a boarding pass at security. One quick bump, one accidental brush of the elbow, and suddenly you're not just missing your flight. You're scrambling to replace a passport, paying rebooking fees, and burning through cash you needed for the first days of your trip. The smarter move? Keep your documents in a zippered jacket pocket or a neck pouch under your shirt. Pro flyers swear by the neck pouch. It's your secret weapon against pickpockets. Keep it on you, not in a bag you'll set down. This simple trick keeps your documents safe and lets you breeze through airport chaos with confidence. Because once that tiny wallet disappears, your entire trip can disappear with it. Think plastic wrapping your suitcase is clever? It looks secure until it becomes a shredded nightmare. TSA slices through your wrap in seconds, leaving strips of plastic dangling like seaweed. I watched an older couple at JFK pay for secure bags. By the time they landed in Rome, their suitcases were wrecked and belongings scattered. And if you tuck documents inside, you'll be tearing through layers of wrap at check-in with a pen, holding up the line while everyone behind you stares. That $20? Gone, with zero protection. TSA doesn't care about plastic wrap. They cut it, don't replace it, and you're left with a suitcase that looks trashed and no added security. What felt like extra protection is really just wasted money and hassle. A better option? Skip the plastic wrap for a reusable luggage cover. It shields against scratches, rain, and dirt, and lets TSA unzip and rezip without destroying your bag. Add a TSA-approved lock for real security. No waste, no hassle. This trick saves money and keeps you in control, no matter the airport. Airport staff admit it, lots of wrapped bags get cut open anyway, leaving travelers with shredded plastic and empty wallets. A lock and a cover keep your suitcase looking new. In the end, the so-called protection costs more than it saves. The next mistake? It's an airport trap that could cost you hours and hundreds of dollars before you even board. That glittering duty-free shop looks harmless until it steals your time, your money, and maybe even your flight. One traveler shared on Reddit how they got pulled into Heathrow's duty-free maze. They sprayed perfumes, sampled chocolates, convinced themselves they had time to spare. By the moment they checked the clock, their gate was already closed. That $30 whiskey ended up costing $300 in rebooking fees, plus a lost day of prepaid tours and connections gone. Duty-free isn't designed for your convenience. It's built to slow you down and make you spend. Bright lights, winding aisles, endless shelves. It's all intentional. The way to beat it? Go straight to your gate first. Check the monitors, confirm your boarding time, and only then circle back if there's truly time. Set a phone alarm 45 minutes before boarding to keep yourself on track. Treat duty-free like dessert. Save it for last. This habit keeps you calm, on schedule, and in control, no matter how chaotic the airport feels. Because that $20 box of truffles can turn into the most expensive chocolate of your life if it makes you miss your plane. And speaking of timing, overlooking online check-in is an even bigger trap. Miss that step and your seat, and maybe even your flight, could vanish before you reach the airport. Failing to check in online in 2025 can cost you your seat and your trip. Airlines oversell seats every single day. And when agents need volunteers, or worse, need to bump someone, the first names they target are passengers who never checked in online. Travelers share this all the time. They arrive early, walk up to the counter, and hear, "Sorry, no seat." Hours wasted on standby. Important family events missed. What should have been a smooth start turns into stress and uncertainty, all because of one missed click. And the risk doesn't stop there. Without online check-in, and you lose the chance to choose a better seat, get stuck in the last boarding group, or even face surprise fees at the counter. Instead of boarding with confidence, you're scrambling while everyone else is settling into their seats. Frequent flyers treat check-in like a tactical move. Set a phone reminder 24 hours before departure. Log in, confirm your seat, and screenshot your boarding pass as backup. Some airlines even open check-in 48 hours early. Claiming your spot then is like grabbing your spot before anyone else. That single step secures your place in the system, keeps your name off the bump list, and often improves your boarding position. One quick action gives you total control the moment you walk into the terminal. But even with your seat locked down, the battle isn't over. At the counter, another trap is waiting: overweight luggage. One bad number on the scale, and you could pay more than the value of what's inside your bag. Think your suitcase is packed perfectly? Looks fine, until it hits the scale and leaves you stressed. I've seen travelers step up to the counter, confident their bag was under, only to find it 2 pounds over and slapped with a $150 fee. One man at O'Hare scrambled to pull out socks and chargers in front of everyone, trying to dodge the charge, red-faced with embarrassment. Airlines know this game well. In 2022 alone, U.S. carriers raked in $6.8 billion from baggage fees. That extra pound here, a couple of pounds there, it all adds up. The damage isn't just financial. You're stuck repacking in public, wasting precious time, and starting your trip stressed before you've even cleared security. Here's how you stay ahead of the scale. Weigh your suitcase at home with a cheap portable scale. Shift heavy items, chargers, books, batteries, into your carry-on. Always leave a pound or two of cushion for souvenirs. Seasoned travelers even follow the 60-40-1 rule. Take 60 seconds to weigh before leaving home. Move about 40% of the heaviest items into your personal bag and leave 1 pound free for whatever you'll grab along the way. Follow this approach and you'll walk up to the counter relaxed, knowing exactly where you stand. No frantic unpacking, no surprise bill. Tip the scale the wrong way though, and you stop being a traveler, you turn into a walking surcharge. Next up, choosing the wrong seat. It might look fine on the airline's map, but it can leave you stuck by the galley, the bathroom, or worse, a window seat with no window. Click the wrong seat on that map, and you could be stuck for hours in the worst spot on the plane. On a flight to Singapore, a traveler shared he had scored a window seat until he boarded and saw nothing but a blank wall. 7 hours staring at plastic instead of clouds. Another flyer paid extra for preferred seating, only to land in the last row of economy. The seat didn't recline, and the bathroom line stretched beside them for the entire flight. Airline seat maps won't warn you about galley noise, cramped legroom, or underseat space too small for a backpack. By the time you realize, it's too late, and the money you paid feels wasted. That sting of paying more but getting less can ruin the mood before the plane even takes off. Want to dodge this? Plan your seat before you buy. Use SeatGuru or airline seat reviews to catch traps like windowless window seats or the dreaded last row with no recline. Older travelers often prefer an aisle seat, making bathroom breaks easier and reducing the risk of swollen legs. On long-haul flights, choosing a spot near the wing usually means less turbulence. Small adjustments like these set you up for a smoother, more comfortable journey. Spend 5 minutes checking before you book, and you'll protect both your comfort and your wallet. A good seat sets the tone for your journey, while a bad one makes even a short flight feel endless. Up next, the security line. Follow the crowd, and you could lose half an hour or more before you even reach your gate. Pick the wrong security line, and you could lose 30 minutes, or even your flight. You've seen it in countless airport clips. One lane jammed with families unloading strollers, toys, and water bottles, crawling forward inch by inch, while just a few lanes over, business travelers cruise through in minutes. That tiny choice decides whether you're relaxing with a coffee at the gate or sprinting to catch last call. Airports rarely limit you to a single checkpoint. There are usually multiple lanes, some tucked farther down, and the fastest ones are often the least obvious. But most passengers pile into the first line they see. Airports don't mind. It keeps crowds near the shops, and that means more spending while you wait. The easiest way to stay in control: don't dive into the first lane. Walk an extra 15 to 30 meters and scan the options. Look for lanes full of business travelers. They move quickly and efficiently. Steer clear of families or large groups. They almost always take longer. And if you spot a lane with new CT scanners, head that way. They're the ultimate shortcut. No unpacking laptops or liquids, just glide straight through. Choosing wisely can save you half an hour of waiting, giving you time to grab a snack, use the restroom, or simply board without stress. But saving time won't matter if you pack your liquids wrong. One oversized bottle can stall the line, get confiscated, and leave you lighter in both luggage and wallet. That luxury perfume or full water bottle? TSA tosses it without a second thought, and it happens to thousands of travelers every single day. The line stalls, you're embarrassed, and your money's gone in seconds. The 311 rule is strict. Liquids under 3.4 ounces in one quart-sized bag, one per person. TSA enforces it relentlessly. Over 100 million passengers a year still lose items because they forget. And the fallout isn't just losing stuff. A delay at the checkpoint can push you past boarding time. It can mess up appointments. It can even cost you the first night of your trip. All from one small mistake. Want to beat the liquid trap? Pack like a pro. Transfer products into travel-sized bottles or switch to solids like bar soap, stick deodorant, or toothpaste tablets. Keep your quart bag in an easy-to-reach pocket so you're not digging under pressure. Frequent flyers should invest in leak-proof silicone bottles. They're reusable, TSA-friendly, and built for the long haul. This one habit helps you clear security faster and start your trip with less stress. Clear liquids with no problem? Good. But another mistake is waiting at the booking stage. Choose the wrong time of day, and you could be signing up for turbulence, delays, and a rocky start before you even get airborne. A cheap midday ticket looks tempting until you're strapped in, bouncing around, and wondering why you didn't fly earlier. Flights around noon and early afternoon are notorious for rougher rides. As the ground heats up, rising air currents make the cabin shake, and your smooth trip suddenly feels like a paint shaker. Airlines won't warn you about this. They need those seats filled. It's not just the bumps. Midday flights are also the most likely to suffer chain delays. One late arrival in the morning ripples across the schedule, pushing your departure further and further back. By the time you finally take off, you've already lost hours at your destination. Travelers share stories all the time. A noon departure that turned into a 3-hour delay, missed dinner reservations, and a vacation day gone. Meanwhile, those who booked early morning flights were already poolside at the hotel. And they're not alone. Millions of passengers face these midday headaches every single year. A wiser choice is to book flights before 10 a.m. or after 6 p.m. Morning departures avoid ripple delays since planes and crews are already in place. Evening flights skip daytime congestion and often enjoy calmer skies. Make this adjustment, and your trip begins with fewer setbacks and far less stress. But even if your timing is perfect, your plans can still go sideways before you board, especially if you treat the airport like an all-you-can-eat buffet. That leads us to the next mistake: overindulging in the wrong pre-flight meal. The glossy airport restaurant menu calls your name: steak, spicy curry, maybe a pile of nachos. But once you're in the air, your stomach turns that treat into punishment. Cabin air is pressurized and dry, which slows digestion and makes bloating worse. What felt fine on the ground can become hours of cramps and discomfort at altitude. One traveler shared how a quick bowl of airport chili before a red eye left them curled up in their seat, praying for landing. A simple meal choice turned into 6 miserable hours. It's not only about comfort. Heavy, greasy, or spicy foods make you dehydrated, drained, and less able to rest. And if the ride gets bumpy while your stomach's loaded, that seatback bag may become your closest companion. The pro way to fuel up? Keep it light and familiar. A banana, some plain rice, or grilled chicken. Skip dairy, greasy, or spicy dishes. Drink water instead of coffee or alcohol. Frequent flyers pack safe snacks like ginger candies or protein bars to keep their stomachs steady mid-flight. Eat right, and you'll board feeling lighter, rested, and ready for the journey ahead. But the challenge doesn't end there. Once on board, many passengers settle for whatever tray lands on their seatback table, without realizing a smarter choice could save them both comfort and cash. Ever been stuck with the dreaded chicken or pasta choice, only to get a bland tray you barely touch? It doesn't have to be that way. Order a special meal, vegetarian, low-carb, or gluten-free, when booking. It's free, fresher, and served first, saving you from a soggy tray or overpriced galley snacks. This simple move can flip mealtime from forgettable to something you actually look forward to. On a long haul to Singapore, a passenger shared how their pasta arrived as a mushy pile drowned in sauce. Meanwhile, the passenger next to them had pre-ordered a vegetarian meal. It looked fresher, tasted better, and came out long before the cart reached the back rows. Most flyers don't realize airlines offer a wide range of these special meals, and you don't need a medical reason to request one. Because they're prepared in smaller batches, they often use better ingredients. And since they're handed out first, you avoid the disappointment of hearing, "Sorry, only chicken left." Skip this step, and you're stuck with the same bland tray as everyone else. Take advantage, and you save money on snacks, eat earlier, and enjoy a meal that feels more like an upgrade than an afterthought. But food isn't the only hazard on board. What you touch can be an even bigger problem. Grabbing a tray table or dropping your phone in a security bin might feel harmless, but it's one of the fastest ways to bring germs along for the ride. Studies show those bins and tray tables carry more bacteria than most restrooms. One traveler pulled down their tray and found sticky residue from the last passenger. Another reached into the seatback pocket and discovered a used tissue. It's not just gross, it's a health risk waiting to hit. And for seniors, the stakes are higher. A simple cold or stomach bug can wipe out precious travel days, leaving you too sick to enjoy the trip you worked hard for. Lost tours, wasted hotel nights, and extra medical costs pile up quickly when your immune system takes longer to bounce back. The fix is simple and powerful. Pack disinfectant wipes and don't hesitate to use them. On your tray, armrests, even the bin latch. Slip your phone and passport into a zip bag before they touch the security bin. Once you're through, sanitize your hands before grabbing a snack. These small habits give you control over your health, keeping your trip on track and your energy intact. Skip them, and you could end up stuck in a hotel bed while the vacation you planned passes by without you. Your stylish outfit could leave you stressed at security and miserable in the air. Metal-studded belts or lace-up boots slow you down at the scanner, leaving you flustered and holding up the line. Tight jeans or heavy layers that seemed fine at the terminal turn into a nightmare on long flights, trapping heat and digging into your skin. And that bulky jacket crammed with snacks or gadgets? It can get flagged as an extra bag, adding surprise fees to your trip. Your outfit choice can cost you time, ease, and money. Think of dressing for travel like playing a game where speed and flexibility are the prize. Slip-on shoes let you clear security in one smooth move. Breathable fabrics help you stay cool when the cabin feels like a sauna and warm when it swings the other way. A single light sweater or jacket gives you options without burying you under layers. And compression socks may not be runway ready, but they'll keep your legs from swelling up like balloons by hour 7. Choose wisely, and you'll move through checkpoints faster, feel better in the air, and dodge clothing mistakes that hit your wallet. Get it wrong, and that perfect outfit could cost you fees, wasted time, and a miserable journey. The next pitfall: ignoring your body's clock. A mistake that can steal days from your vacation and rack up costs for plans you're too exhausted to enjoy. Picture this: you finally land in a dream destination, but instead of exploring, you're wide awake at 3 a.m. and dead tired by noon. Travelers often brush off time zones, but the price is steep. You land drained, miss tours, waste hotel nights, and watch prepaid plans slip away. Studies show jet lag costs millions every year in lost activities and wasted travel budgets. Jet lag doesn't just steal energy, it steals time and money. So how do you fight back? Start 3 days before you fly. Shift your sleep by an hour each day toward your destination, earlier if you're heading east, later if you're flying west. On board, reset your watch the moment you sit down. Seek morning sun when traveling east, afternoon light when flying west. And if you can, book an evening arrival so you can eat light, head to bed, and sink faster. This approach lets you step off the plane energized, alert, and ready to actually enjoy your trip. Handle your body clock right, and you'll make the most of every day abroad. Let it slide, and your dream vacation starts slipping away before it even begins. And there you have it: 14 airport mistakes that drain time, money, and energy from travelers every year. The good news is, you now know how to spot them before they ruin your trip. Travel is supposed to be exciting, not stressful. When you dodge these traps, you don't just save cash, you give yourself the freedom to actually enjoy the journey. So now I really want to hear from you. What's the worst airport mistake you've ever made, or the funniest one you've seen someone else make? Share it in the comments. Your story might save another traveler. If this video helped you, hit that like button, share it with your travel buddies, and subscribe for more insider tips. Flying in 2025 is full of challenges, but together we can outsmart every single one. Until next time, safe travels, and I'll see you in the sky.